If I ever took a loss, I learned a lesson. I won't ever think I'm better than the next man. I've been down before to come, my body's stressing. Baby, I'm too busy counting all these blessings. Yeah. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Line them up. Swear the sun shining on me, get my heart on, no matter the trouble surrounding us. They don't see that it's a lot of us. Everybody move anonymous. Don't take that credit, I know what we getting. The blessing be coming from God of us.
Excited? Because I got some new stuff. He's excited and he's about to buy his first $1 million house. Comedian homie, AJ. What's going on, AJ?
I am doing great. And to the folks out there, I just want to first of all thank God, one above, for just really blessing me this year and allowing me to move forward and making different influential moves in my life. And I just want to give out a shout out to Central City for letting us use this beautiful studio.
Yeah, it's nice.
And always supporting any media that I do. And I also want to give a shout out to 1 and 9 with Alan and Raymond Scott. They're the CEOs of this. They're really just kind of backing my comedy and backing my movement. And we're really just trying to change the outcome of kidney failure and just really put some awareness out there.
You got a show coming up. Let's talk about that show. You got a show on the 24th of November. Where's that show at?
StandUP Live.
StandUP Live. Where's that at? What city? Where do I get to go?
Downtown Phoenix.
Downtown Phoenix.
Dang. Right next to the bowling alley. It's beautiful. You can see the skyline. It's kind of right there by the basketball stadium,
Okay.
So it's a great venue. I'm excited to be performing there.
Okay.
But yeah, it's November 24th at 8 o'clock.
Nice,
nice. If you want to come check it out, just say my name. They'll let you in free, do the
so what are we going? What do they got to say? AJ, I'm with AJ.
AJ Coulter.
AJ Coulter. You gotta hear. You heard that. You gotta say his name. So why don't we start with that? What are you doing with this 1 and 9? What is 1 and 9?
1 and 9 to me is just a footstep in the overall plan to even just change the outcome of kidney failure. In case you guys don't know, I have end-stage renal failure. I've been on dialysis for about 5 years. And this right here is just a true monument of the first steps that can be taken for us to change the outcome of this. And people just being aware, it could save a lot of lives because they say 1 in 9 people have kidney failure in America and they don't know about it. And that's where this foundation comes in. And I just want to help spread that awareness through them and through it and with my comedy,
I get that. I understand. So now, tell me some highlights about this book. I want to know, what was something that stood out that just was this book is for me? Give me a specific area you highlight the most that you're this, you guys got to read this book.
Right here. The beginning, the first page, the opening.
Okay, let's hear about it. What is this?
This is Raymond Scott. He was a Dancing with the Stars competitor, and he did it while he was on dialysis. It was 6 months of grueling training, and even that, just that first impact, because the exhaustion and the wear and tear and waking up every morning, every day is a struggle. Mm-hmm. And for him to sit there and I can really put myself in his shoes, and he just went out there and did this great thing on national television and did a great job
despite what he's got
going on.
Okay,
that was my biggest
that's what
drive
made you
and
step
motivation.
Up. That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're on this road with comedy shows. I've seen you with some multi-millionaires kicking it.
Yeah,
hanging out with some movie stars lately. Don't need to mention names, but we were telling you there with some people we all know.
It's been nice.
Some known
I've done
families.
some secret photo shoots out in the desert.
Weeks ago.
I kind of know some influential people around here, and it's just been great. But more importantly, I'm just trying to build my brand so I can just really help impact people.
I get that.
And I want to start a dialysis support group.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to make movements myself to just impact even the littlest communities, even if it's in my current dialysis unit. I want to go around and it's more than just spreading out a ticket. It's giving awareness, having people come in and represent something that's just like bigger than them, you know?
But somewhere in the middle, you were an athlete.
Yeah.
So, which brings you into who you really are.
Yeah.
You were trained from a young age. My next door neighbor played, I believe he went to ASU. And the one thing I remember when we were kids is he's the only one that wasn't playing on bikes.
Yeah.
He was out there, and his dad let him come out every once in a while. But you know where he was at most of the time? We didn't see him. Football training.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was 6, 7, 8. Before I knew it, Shaylin was big. He was it, you know, and he legitimately showed us what it took to be a young kid having a job at a young age. People think that athletes just make all this money and then or they get to their position and they retire. Well, most athletes are working 10 years before the average human does.
Yeah.
From most, I've had the privilege of meeting a few NFL players in my last few years. I've heard that it's a brotherhood. That came directly from someone recent I had the privilege of having a good conversation with at that $1 Million Mingle. Shout out to the $1 Million Mingle. I mean, that is legitimate. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's about getting companies, units, and athletes and everybody together for the right reasons and making sure they make the right choices. That's what I'm understanding. And that's why did you pursue football to college?
Honestly, everything was just like a blessing, and I don't want to get too far into it. I'm just kind of like sum everything up, and that's why like I just know like this is my cause, and like I've been put through so many trials, and like just to even get here today is like just truly a blessing because initially, I mean I played football to get out of a tough childhood situation. It was just always there through middle school and high school, and like no matter what, like I wasn't the most like academic student, but I would always go to football practice.
So you were adopted at what time? At
like
what age?
16, 17.
Okay. All right, right around a good time where you really do become an athlete.
Yeah.
You're pretty much a rec human. You play sports, but you really don't turn into the athletic ability when you decide to say, I'm really going to do this.
Yeah, like, and then I really just like chose like to really bring my grades up, and like they were like so bad that like I actually missed my senior year, so I went back.
Good.
And it wasn't just like, oh, you can go back and play again. Like I had to apply for a hardship, and so we applied for this hardship for like months. People writing in letters, you know, waiting by the mail, and it finally came in. And so I played my senior year, and it was like great. I got to play against a team that I didn't like.
What high school did you go to?
Putnam City High School.
What city is that in?
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an Okie.
That means I'm a Cali?
Oh, for sure.
There's a kid out there today, right? And this went personal to me because I had a privilege of working with Spectrum Cable, right? And I had some good friends who wanted me to try something out, and so we did a project. And I was sitting there nervous because I was like, there's some kid out there that's not going to hear the information if we don't do this. Like, I wanted to get the information out if it was for a medical doctor, your cause, and it looks like I'm still going to get that chance.
Yeah.
Is to get that information out to that one kid who's been playing football.
Yeah.
Right? He's 13 years old. He's been telling mom and dad, I could do this, give me a chance. All of a sudden, he's got to go to the doctor visit because at 13, you got to go to high school. Yeah. Right? You got to get your immunizations. You got a lot of these flu shots going on. We got a lot of political things that are coming up right now with vaccines, things that are real.
Yeah.
Right?
I say as far as his health, I mean, that should be the most important thing through his parents and like him working through that. But at that time, like as a child that young, it's hard to like really explain like the realistic things like in life that he really needs to like know, you know, like you can't really explain like, hey, you have this, you know, disease going on now that was unfortunately given to you and now you can't do it, you know. It has to be in a way that you have to change the outlook, really. Just like, hey man, you know, like just because this didn't happen, like this is going to open you up to better things. It's avenue to open better doors for you. Like maybe you can find something else that you're really good at, or like just know that through this disease, like you can use it to like just influence other people, and like don't let it define who you are. Just use it to like change the outcome for better, you know?
I'm excited to see your shows. I'm excited to hear that kids want to be more than just who people tell them they have to be.
Yeah, it's a choice.
My daughter cried the night she got a call that she had type 2 diabetes, because she spent the last 8 years trying not to be fat, according to her. It wasn't even about that.
Yeah.
You know, the doctor made a mistake at the moment in telling her this in front of her, but it broke her heart.
Yeah.
We had to work as a family.
It's tough.
Because she was a pre-diabetic. And she did it on her own. She got out of it. She worked harder on the field.
Yeah.
She ran more. She was like, I'm not going to let this stop me.
Exactly. Yeah, let's get that motivation to change your life.
Change your life. Better. She made that into saying, fine, that's just going to be my drive. You know, there's pedals and there's brakes. You've had your foot on the pedal because you already know where you're going.
Yeah.
You don't have any desire to put your foot on the brakes. Maybe you slow down, take your foot off the gas, but you're driving.
100%.
You believe in this.
100%.
You are going to change the world on your vision. Stay with it. We got to get some tickets out there. Do you have a phone number, this place, address? We could get our callers get something to...
Really just look up StandUP Live.
Okay.
In Phoenix, downtown.
What about, how do people get a hold of you? How do people, if they want to hire you, I mean,
look me up on Facebook, AJ Coulter, Instagram, AJ Coulter 2. Check out my TikTok, also AJ Coulter.
Okay.
I know one day, I'm going to just change that one person's life that had my disease, you know?
You already did. You know that, right? All you have to do is change one person's life. You already did. It was yours.
Yeah.
So now you just got to let people know that it's possible to not quit. I don't quit. I'm like, well, I'm just going to go till the wheels fall off.
Exactly.
The wheels haven't fallen off. And when they do,
put them back on.
You put... Get your spare. Hold on real quick. I'm not done yet. I got one more spare. Okay, now you made me laugh.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys. Well, it was great. Thank you so much. You got AJ. I hope to see you at this show. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's do this. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm Lisa Ledezma. I'm also here with the Women, Wisdom, and Wealth. I want to give out another thank you to CentralCityRadio.com. Yeah, thanks so much, guys.
I'm also giving a shout out Central City. Like, I appreciate you. Always let me come in and use your studio, Julian.
Thank you. You're the man. We're going to make this blow up. Get more people up in here. You're welcome.
For interviewing me. And
You're
then once again, thank God and 1 in 9. Mm-hmm. And, we're just going to change the outcome of the world, hopefully.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
All right, cool.
They don't see that everybody moving anonymous. Don't take that credit. I know what we get into.